What's up, guys? This is Bolt Struck with Duck, and today we're talking about my 3 hottest hot takes for the Chargers 2024 season. So we'll be doing these hot takes in order from least hot to the hottest, and with that being said, let's get into number 1. So I think Derius Davis will quadruple his total career touchdowns in one season. So, what do I mean by that? So, this is a little bit of a deceiving stat, given the fact that he has only played one season, right? So, he'd just need to quadruple the touchdowns from that season. But would you be shocked with how good Derius Davis was as a returner, and then in the little bit they use him as a receiver, to hear he only has one career NFL touchdown, and it's on a punt return? No kick return touchdowns, no receiving, no rushing touchdowns. Just one punt return touchdown. So my maybe not so hot take is that he will have 4 or more touchdowns this season. I would say 5 or more. So whatever the word for 5 timesing something, that's what I would say he's going to do for his career touchdowns. So you might not think it's a hot take because 5 isn't a huge number, but it's proportional to what he was able to do last year. And I just think he's an awesome returner. I think these new kick return rules favor returners and shifty returners specifically. And just the fact that he wasn't utilized well in the offense last year, to me, is the biggest failure of the Kellen Moore offensive coordinator era. Just the fact that all our screens went to proportionally slow Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. Just a little bit we've seen from Derius Davis in the preseason. He's getting some of those screens. He's being used in some speed options, and I think he will score at least 1 or 2 touchdowns from the return position, and I think he'll be a big part of the receiving and running game, especially with some trick plays. So don't be shocked if his career total touchdowns get more than quadrupled. And so that take segues me into my second hot take, which is the Chargers will have no 1,000-yard receivers this year. So no, this isn't me being negative about our receiving group. I'll get into it. So one, our offensive coordinator, our offensive game plan, he's historically centered his game plan around the running game, right? It's going to be pretty run heavy, especially we're pretty deep at running back. And it's also the fact that we're deep at receiver. While we may not have any true number 1 receivers, we've got 6 or 7 guys that can play and that I think will play. And that's not even to mention the tight ends. We've got 3 tight ends that'll get significant playing time as well. So I just think it's a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of receivers, a lot of tight ends, a lot of running backs. I think the ball's just going to get spread around so much. And then also the fact that I think Josh Palmer is easily a 1K yard receiver. I think the couple problems is 1, the ball getting spread around, and then 2 is just him staying healthy. I think if he can stay healthy, I think he can reach 1,000 yards, but I just think with how deep this receiving core is, it even gives the Chargers the opportunity to be like, hey, Josh Palmer, we know you're at 80%, but we'd like to taper back your usage this week just because we can. So that's my second hot take, is probably no 1,000-yard receivers on this team. And my final take is Kimani Vidal will be the running back 2 by Christmas, at least the running back 2. So a couple things with this is the running backs ahead of him are either a little older and a little injury prone, or behind him are guys like Isaiah Spiller, where it's just like they've had their shot, and I don't see them getting significantly better. And just the little bit I've seen from Kimani Vidal, I like him a lot. He's really shifty. He really reminds me of the early Eckler, the Danny Woodheads, slightly the Darren Sproles, but just kind of a smaller guy who's a perfect number 2 back. Just nice 1-2 punch. Seems to have a lot of energy. He's really shifty. He's really low to the ground. I just think he's that nice. He doesn't seem, at least yet, maybe he can develop into a true number 1 3-down back, but he seems like the perfect guy, on third downs, zones, a lot of options, use him in the screen game. And I just think by Christmas, he'll have proven himself. Our running back room might be a little banged up. He's young, he's fresh out of college. I think he can handle the workload. Don't be surprised if he's at least running back 2 by Christmas. But those are my 3 hot takes for the Chargers season. What do you agree with, disagree with that I said? And leave a hot take for me below in the comments. And if you liked the video, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more Chargers content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.